What's up? I'm Levi Benton from Miss Maya, and you're watching the Blairing Out with Eric Blair show. Stay metal.
This is the Blairing Out with Eric Blair show, backstage at the 2012 Warped Tour, and I'm here with Miss Maya's lead vocalist, Levi Benton. How you doing, brother?
I'm good. I actually just woke up. I'm the lazy guy, so I woke up at 1, and they're like, yeah, interviews at 1:30, so I'm trying to wake up, get all motivated.
But isn't that the rock star lifestyle?
I guess I'm not a big partier, though. I was up playing video games. It wasn't like, oh, I was partying and raging. I was like playing video games and fell asleep till 1.
Now, your new album is called At Heart.
Yes.
Okay, what inspired the title?
It's the first CD we wrote. Oh, well, I think for like a metal band, like there's not many metal bands that do it, but it's all like songs from the heart. It wasn't us trying to be tough and scary and be a scary metal band. It was just stuff that I went through and I know a lot of kids go through, and it was really nice to just exhale and be like, okay, I know people done this. It was really nice to put that on paper and put it on the song. So
What do you think, what kind of themes are on the album that you feel kids go through and that you've gone through and that you want to express to them?
There's like our first single is Hey Mister, and it's about like growing up with no father and growing up with no like dad figure, and then there's ones about like taking care of family that like really doesn't need to be taken care of because they're just like sucking out the money from you because they know you're doing good. There's songs about money. There's songs about how I grew up. There's songs for like everything. I know everyone's been through that stuff, and I've been through it, so it's nice to just put it out there.
Would you say you had a difficult childhood?
Yes, I'd say I had a difficult childhood. Yeah.
What was the most difficult thing about it?
I was in a very, very lower class family, like moving all the time because we got evicted, doing all that stuff. So that's like being in the band and actually like doing all this stuff is just mind-blowing that I have $1 to my name, so it's nice.
You've talked about it in a lot of your recent interviews that you are a Christian.
Yes.
How do you define your Christianity? Because there's some people that call themselves born-again Christians. Would you call yourself a born-again Christian?
No, I'm still new at it. I haven't hit that like peak, I don't think yet. My fiance, I've been with her for 5 years, and she's the one that got me into it and everything. So I'm more into it for the morals and being a better person. I haven't hit the peak of like the born again thing yet, but I'm looking for it. So hopefully.
Have you definitely noticed a change in your life since you've been leaning more towards Christianity?
Oh yeah, I started doing all that right before the band actually, and then all this was like 6 months before the band even met each other, so yeah.
Apparently the rest of the guys in Miss May I are not Christians, so that kind of makes you stand out a little bit. What is that like on the road?
They pick and tease and sometimes, but it's we have it as like there's like a personal barrier, so it's just like we just leave that out of subject. It's just like something that people know, but it's just not. It's not a big deal really. So
with Miss May I, is this a real band or are some of the guys just hired guns?
We're a real band. We actually all went to high school together and got a record deal in high school. So we're like 5 best friends that lucked out, I guess. It's pretty crazy.
And At Heart is actually your 3rd record, and you're on Rise Records. How do you think the Rise Records experience is for Miss May I?
It's been awesome. They were like a family. They've been like a family ever since day one. Like they picked us up when we were seniors in high school, and they let us sign a deal even when we couldn't tour because we had chemistry at 2 o'clock. So it was nice to. It was nice for them to have faith in us to do that, and we never even toured before we signed a record deal. We were just a band in a little town that had a lot of MySpace hits, and they had a lot of faith in us. They pushed us, and then we got to where we are today, so it was nice. Now,
The Devil Wears Prada was very instrumental in some of your success. Yeah. Tell me about your relationship with the guys in The Devil Wears Prada.
Well, we were always like fanboys of them because it was like, oh, holy crap, it's Prada, and we were younger kids, and it was cool. They came to a local show, and we freaked out because they knew that they were there. They were watching us, and then after we got off stage, they were like, oh, you guys are doing really awesome. And then Chris from Devil Wears Prada said he wanted to do management stuff, and he said, if you guys are really interested, I'd love to talk to you guys. We exchanged numbers, and then basically he like posted some bulletins and told us like what to polish up on and everything. And then 6 months later, we had a deal, and we were Miss May I, so it was pretty crazy.
What does the name Miss May I mean to you?
There's actually no cool story. I wish I had an awesome story. We actually came up with it when there was that 3 months of like grindcore was the biggest thing in the world. That's when we came up with like something stupid that made no sense, and now we're stuck with it. So
now you really consider yourself a true metal band, and you are into metal. But as it's widely known, you like Usher, you like a lot of hip hop, and you guys worked with Machine on this new record. And my most famous event from Machine is that I interviewed Pitch Shifter in 1998, and Machine produced them, and that was a kick-ass record.
Legend, yeah, that was awesome.
So the thing is that apparently there was some goofing off in the studio where there was a little bit of singing like Usher. Is that true or is that a rumor?
Oh yeah, it is true. We were, because with Mean Machine, it's like, it wasn't just like recording on a thing. It was he's yelling in my face. I have this like stage set up in there. I have a handheld mic. We're just doing crazy, stupid stuff, and there would be like harmonies or melodies we would hear, and it's just me and him in a room, and me and him bro down. We're like best friends now, and yeah, we were just in a room together, and we would just start singing what we thought that melody sounded like. Thank God the door was shut. None of the guys, because all the guys are like die hard. Like I only listen to Cannibal Corpse metal dudes, and I listen to like Maroon 5 and all that. So we're just like, me and him would sing stuff, and we would just joke around that we're the most not metal guys in the whole building. Because below us was For Today and Will Putney, and they're all like ripped in tattoos, and we're just singing Maroon 5 in the recording booth. So it was us being stupid.
Are you into any old school metal?
Some old school metal. I like. It's weird. My mom listened to old school metal, so like it like got overplayed when I was younger. So when I hear Testament and stuff, I'm like, oh, my mom listens to this all the time. Turn it off. So I try to listen to some old school. If I could listen to any old school, probably Testament's probably it, though. My mom took me to Ozfest when I was in, like, 2nd grade, and I saw Black Sabbath, and I have a lot of their DVDs. But, yeah, that is good old metal. I do like that.
What do you think sets you apart as far as the road dog lifestyle goes? I mean, there's a lot of, sex, drugs, and rock and roll is notorious on the road, period. And there's a lot of partying going on out here at the Warped Tour. So, I mean, how do you kind of keep that under control?
I'm actually not a big partier. It's not that, like, it's just not taste for me. Like, if I could drink, I probably would have more casual drinks. I drink on holidays, really, and my biggest mindset and, like, philosophy is, like, I only get to do this once. I only get one shot to be in Miss Man, go as big as we can. And I don't want to, I feel like if I was intoxicated or on drugs or drunk, I would forget some nights and forget all the awesome stuff I'm seeing every day. So I try to sober up as much as possible and not forget it, because it's like, how many times am I going to be to Russia selling out 2,000 cap rooms, like doing all this crazy stuff we get to do, and the other guys or someone else is like drunk and then playing, and I'm just like, dude, we're in Russia playing in front of 2,000 people. Why are you missing out on this?
Well, a lot of guys think it's cool.
No, yeah,
they think, oh, look, dude, I can get wasted as much as possible. I could still go out there and rock 20,000 people. And you say?
Yeah, I just don't want to forget it. Yeah, it's just I want to have it as a memory. So it's just not my cup of tea, I guess. So.
Now, one of the songs on your new album, At Heart, is called Leech.
Yes.
What is that song about?
That song's about those friends you have that are friends for the wrong reasons. They know you're doing good, big stuff, and you're being successful, and they just want to suck onto it and act like they're your friend now and everything, and they were never there in the first place. So
you've actually experienced the situation where there were tons of people that did not believe in you at all when you were starting out, but the minute there was an inkling of success, they were there. Oh, yeah. You actually saw this played out.
Oh, yeah, all the time. And then you come home and they're like, oh, hey, why don't you take me out to eat? Why don't we do this and this? And like, always want me to pay for it, want me to do all this stuff. And I'm just like, dude, didn't even know who I was 2 years ago. So.
Do you feel you have more friends than you can count on one hand, real friends?
Yes, I got a lot of good real friends. I got way more fake friends, but I got a lot more real friends.
Oh man, you have fake friends?
Well, my fiance is the filter. She's like, they're friends for the wrong reason. She knows, she can pick them out. So if we're hanging out with somebody, she's like, you shouldn't really hang out with them because they're only friends with you because of Miss Matthew. I'm like, I guess you're right. She's like my filter and like my Hawkeye.
Do you take your fiance out on the road?
Yeah, she actually comes out tomorrow. One day short, yeah.
How often is she on the road with you?
Every tour she usually comes out 2 to 3 weeks. So and if we go to Europe and we're headlining, she's on the whole tour usually. So.
And of course you told me earlier in the interview that she was your what led you to Christianity. Yeah. Where do you see her at spiritually?
She is like she's a real diehard Christian, but she's teaching me some stuff and everything, and she knows it's hard for me. It's not like hard for me. It's just stuff to get your mind around. But she's grew up that way. I never really grew up with it, so she had that stuff. She knows everything. I bet you have a lot of kids on tour coming to you with their issues, and so I guess I'm supposing that the Christianity kind of gives you a good heart to be able to reach out to these kids. Tell me about some special stories of occurrences with kids coming up to you. My favorite thing of kids coming up is I try to write the songs so vague, so I guess for me the number one thing would be it's really awesome to have, especially on this tour, there'd be 2 kids coming up, and it'd be about the same exact song, but they would have polar opposite things that it helped them with. And it's so cool to write something so vague and not so particular to where someone can listen to it and have a whole nother mindset of how it affects them, and they think it's about this when I think it's about this, but another kid thinks it's about this, and it can help everybody. And that's probably my favorite thing is in 20 minutes I'll have 3 kids come up to me about the same song, and it's all different things I've helped them out with.
At this point in your career, this is your second Warped Tour, and you're playing, what, the second stage or one of the main stages, correct?
Yes, play main stage.
Would you consider yourself a rock star?
I don't like the term rock star, but Machine, actually, he was the one, he's always hit me on the arm like, come on, dude, you're a rock star. I'm like, not a rock star. He's like, you better suck it up, you're a rock star. So I don't like the term rock star, but I got the outline of a rock star. Like, everything's there. It's just weird to think that, because 3 years ago, I was working at Burger King, skateboarding around town.
Really?
Yeah, I was no tattoos, nothing.
Let's just say, for our audience, there's nothing wrong with working at Burger King. A job is a job.
Oh yeah, I had to get gas to go see my fiance. So
there you go. And I think it's amazing that you've had one woman that has stayed with you the whole time. What do you think that is? Why do you think she hasn't veered off to some other guy or lost faith in you at some point?
I have no. She's the best. I have no. She's like my best friend. I'm just lucky, I guess. She's a 10, so for her thinking I'm cool is awesome. And I got the band stuff, so I'm milking it in. I'm like, come on, I'm in a band. You can't leave me now. So, but she's not all about the band stuff. She was with me. I remember sending her MySpace messages when I was joining a band, like, oh my gosh, there's this band that wants me to play with them. And it was like all of our first bands. So it's just crazy. Because she saw from, oh, I'm in a band, to, oh, there's a lot of kids at our shows. Oh, there's a record deal. Oh, we're headlining Warped Tour. So it's like crazy.
How do you feel your life has changed since the success?
It's been awesome. That's all I'm about is like, I'm not about the huge, big, like, I want to be a rock star, have nice cars, nice houses. I just want to be, like, comfortable. So I'm, like, finally comfortable in life. Because I remember, I never had, like, $1 to my name or to my family ever since I grew up. And now to be like, oh, I want Starbucks, or I want to go see a movie. Like, I don't have to worry about it. It's not like I'm scrounging up for weeks.
Tell me about your family. Were they supportive?
Yeah, my mom's actually, it's just me and my mom, and my little brothers, but she's a big metalhead, so she actually loved it. Actually, the only people that weren't supportive, she has, all her boyfriends were always like, he needs to be in school, like, he's out till 1 o'clock playing shows, and I'm just like, guys, it's really crazy, like, there's 500 kids coming to local shows, like, it was like a phenomenon, and she was always backing it, and all her boyfriends were like, oh, that's stupid, you need to let him just go to school, like, bands were stupid, he's gonna be washed up. And then now it's like all of the boyfriends are like, oh man, he's like in headlining Warped Tour.
Nice.
So,
are you fully satisfied with where you're at in your life right now?
I'm very satisfied. I'm really happy, and it's cool because every day is just another journey. I'm just happy to be here because we never went to go get a record deal. It like fell into our hands. So all this crazy stuff fell into our hands. We didn't try to get it. It just happened. So.
Well, Levi Benton, you are a good guy. Thank you for being on the Blairing Out with Eric Blair show. Blairing Out with Eric Blair show with Levi Benton at 2012 Warp. Signing off.
The Blairing Out show.